Hi, gents. I'm Heinz. Thanks for your time. Joel, you mentioned previously of the battle of the flyhalves of two gentlemen who can control the game pretty well. But it's an interesting contrast actually between the two guys. Manie Libbok had to leave Loftus to sort of like eventually find his niche after a stint in Durban and now at the Stormers. Then Chris Smith stayed and he actually found his niche almost, or his place in at the franchise. I just wanted to ask you, just in terms of Chris Smith, he's the type of guy actually who's shown that while an effective fly-off and a great fly-off is a great asset to any team, it's not necessarily have to be the be-all and end-all of a rugby team as well. He's just supremely consistent and does what he has to do pretty well. Just your thoughts on him. And then just the second part of my question, Manie Libbok, perhaps a bit more adventurous, but also a guy who's been given freedom now. He had a difficult time at times against Ulster, but just that last match-winning pass, do you think that's the type of incident or situation that can really give a guy like supreme confidence in a knockout game like this one? Thank you.
And so actually, it's a great discussion point, and I think when we look at the Springbok squad that will go to Rugby World Cup in 2023, there's a lot of talk about who will be the second choice fly-off, and you would think right now it's one of those two that are, or it's those two that are vying for that position, because Elton will be 33 next year, and we're not seeing too much of him at the moment, and both of them have put their hands up. It's really good to see. Very contrasting, as you quite rightly point out. I think what they both do really well, which sets them, and I need to just carefully word this because I don't want to put Curwin Bosch in a bad light, but what they both do really well is they manage space well, where Curwin Bosch is not a good manager of space, and as a result, the Sharks' backline has never really fired with all that talent and with all that space out wide. But these two guys manage space well and quite differently. Chris Smith is rock solid, does nothing special, no scintillating breaks, but he's a little bit bigger, stronger, makes his tackles, defends well, defends that channel well, and it's often a tough channel to defend. Frees up, the guys outside him. He's got unbelievable talent outside him. I was just looking at the number of tries. The Bulls have scored 7 tries more than the Stormers this season, which you would never have predicted come the start of the season. But he kicks well, and I think most importantly in managing space and decision making, he doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't do the flashy things, but he doesn't make mistakes. I think that's going to be quite important on Saturday night if it's going to be a little wet and damp. You want someone who doesn't make mistakes. Errors cost you, particularly in a final, and he might well be the difference if there's parity up front. Manie Libbok on the other side, and to your point, why he maybe hasn't really blossomed until he's gone down to Cape Town, is he probably wasn't the first choice 10 at the Bulls. There was always a lingering thought around Morné Steyn and when he was coming back and who was there. He spent time at the Sharks, where he played a lot of the time at fullback and never really got a chance to settle and grow in confidence at 10. But since he's been down in Cape Town, he's played 10. He's worn that shirt. It's the faith has been put in him. That pass over the top on the weekend, I think he made the pass because he's confident. I don't think that's the pass that will instill confidence in him. I think that the fact that he was at liberty, at freedom of play to play the game the way he sees fit, to play what's in front of him, and that the coaching staff have put that confidence in him, has freed him up to play as well as he has. He kicks well off either foot. He runs well. He attacks the gain line well. He's not the biggest guy in the world. He defends his channel, but most importantly, come the big moments, he's delivered. He missed a few kicks early on, but he made that pass over the top, and then he kicked a great conversion, from the side, sensational kick to win the game. So two really, two young players who've found a little way and come to the fore in a good way. It's really nice to see.